Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Hello! I had too many things going on today, including needing to eat. It's crazy how that works. So now, Camino, Redbeard, Fastidious. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Wednesday. I could use it being Friday. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I know, human sustenance. When do I get the ability to survive off of just cold weather? Entropic existence. Hello. I started a new game. Satisfactory is 1.2 experimental, and the weather is amazing. So, I have not seen much besides the weather is back. Sounds pretty cool. And I saw the tool they had for trucks, where you can actually do like truck systems along like paths that don't instantly break the moment you try them. And I was like, oh. well. Yeah, that seemed like a much better, because I remember trying to do a recording for a truck at the, or no, I remember watching someone try and do a recording for a truck, and it was terrible. I was like, fuck this, I'll run a conveyor belt. We were doing a multiplayer one a long time ago, like really, well, like 2 years ago. And Jesus Christ, it was awful. Yeah, the train track seems like it's the way to go, so that's pretty cool. It means I'll probably use them when I get around to it. Looks like a good build. Looks like they did a good job with it. And what was it? They did add a randomized mode. I took a peek at the patch. I was like, well, what did they do? And then I was like, what's like the big, what's the big news? The recording does have some advantage once you get the hang of it, like not ever needing to go on foot, but it's really awkward and the truck AI is, yeah. Node randomizer. I thought that was pretty cool. That's a nice little way to like give you some challenge or replayability. I think that's good for an automation game. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. Yeah, it looks like a great update. It's really funny. That got a really good update. X4 has its version 9, if you can believe that a game's ever made it that long, coming out. And that one looks like they finally solved like whatever ghost in their AI program they had for capital ships. Vicky looks like it's got a bunch of good DLC coming out. I'm kind of eating. I'm really liking the true pause they added if you aren't multiplayer. Oh, is there like a full like pause mode now? They one-upped Miyazaki. They put a pause in the game. Hey, Raka. One of the games I backed on Kickstarter selling the physical goods and oh, cool. Video game or board game? Never paused unless you quit to main menu. Oh wow. It's like even in like the escape menu. Oop. Video game, nice. Change the main menu, satisfactory each one, except for like 5 minutes just watching the new one with the rain and this stuff. Oh, do they do like, do they have like B-roll run? Hold on. It has been. Time to leave because I still plan on playing this game. See you, Redbeard. Have a lovely rest of your You're in my time zone. Night. Always good to hear from you. It's a literal animated screen within the game, playing the engine with each one. Oh, cool. So hold on. What can I need this to mute. I can. Something I really liked with. Taylor, are you gonna play the game? Yeah, probably soon. Lords of the Fallen is $9. That's a Taylor price. $9, huh? See if I can get it for, for a little bit less. Fucking hold on. I'll talk about that in a sec. I'm very excited for that. I'm very, very excited for that. I'll pull that up in a second as well. You talking about the pre-rendered screens reminded me of this. I always love when games do this. I think Dyson Sphere program does the exact same thing, which is another game if you haven't played and you like the automation stuff, I recommend. It's not as... I'm trying to think of the word I want to use. It's not as, you know, it's not as Factorio. It's definitely on the I don't want to say simpler, but it is on the simpler side. It's probably more simpler than Satisfactory is. I know about some of the later game fusion things, but here in the background. Same, Star Rift looks good. I've heard good things about Star Rift. That's one if I like Satisfactory, I'll probably play after. But like this type of stuff where it does like the pre-renders of all the games and then it, like different scenarios in the background. There's one I want to see if it pops up in the next 3 here. This is how I learned you could set up trains so that you could make it so you don't get run over. Worm. Nisan al-Gaib. The nuclear factories. I love these little pre-rendered things. They're good. 1.1 menu. Oh, they don't have a way to play old ones? That's a little too bad. I'm kind of surprised they don't have like a way to do like legacy versions. Alas. Foundry. Foundry looks good because you actually have to like sell the stuff, if I remember right. You got there's like a after you build it factory part, like a tycoon game to it. I need to get my Factorio buddies back online because we're very close to getting the last achievement. Well, very close. We're close to getting the last achievement, and I wanna get it because once I have it, I won't feel bad about cheating on Factorio anymore. I joke. I want to just get it because I want to get it, but sometimes an entire parade of birds. Oh, it swapped. That's funny. Something I really like about Satisfactory and something that I'll probably do when we play on this channel is I really like the building mechanic. Like it's got like actual buildings to it. So I think I'm going to actually try to make sure I like build stuff in buildings. Because I think this is really cool and something that's really unique to the game, and I really want to utilize that feature. I'm trying to see if I can find the parade. Birds. Bird. Bird. Yeah, I like the idea. Yeah. It seems Foundry seems like they have a lot of good stuff going with it, and while I sometimes abhor Paradox because I get angry at them, the fact that you know that most of their like published games are going to be around for 5-ish, 5-ish to 10-ish years because they'll be getting updates through updates and DLC. I mean, that one's in early access. I don't think they're doing DLC yet, but it's kind of nice because if you like a game, you know that you're gonna be able to just stick with that game for a while. This is the only one I can find of 1.2, but it has some cringe commentary. Oh, hold on. We'll mute. What's up, guys? It's your boy. Oh, this is sick. I might spend a lot of time building. Don't highlight the 6-7. Stop. That looks cool. It's on my I call it the short list. Not because the list is short, but because it's on the list of games I plan on playing in the next year. So like, I'm very excited for that one. As I said, cringe. To Camino's point, Crimson Desert. I was so ready for the review embargo to lift and it'd be like a 30. I had like surrendered to that fact. That it was like something was gonna go horribly wrong. And it was like 77 or 79. And I'm like, perfect. This is gonna be the greatest game ever made. What's the current schedule looking like? The current schedule isn't changing. God help me. We're going to be doing Oracle. I assume we're going to beat no one tell me, of course, but I assume we're going to beat Oracle of Ages tomorrow. Nope, not tomorrow. Friday. And if we beat it early, I'm just going to keep playing some Galaxy. And then we'll start, I think it's Four Swords next after that. And then Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Final Fantasy X until I finished 100%. I do think Kiwami 3 is getting backburnered. But not in the respectful way that like Armored Core 6 is on the back burner, where it's like, ah shit, my time ran out. Now I need to figure out how to fit everything in. It's on the I'm really angry at you. We'll beat it at some point because I have heard that it gets worse. So that's great. But I think I will probably. So what's the issue with Kiwami 3 again? So Kiwami 3, Yakuza 3 is a title that is very. I'll try and give you the short version here, but it's me talking about Yakuza, so it'll be the medium length. Yakuza 3 is a very interesting game in terms of like the Yakuza franchise. It's the first PS3 title, which means that its engine was completely redone, all the combat's completely redone, but it's still one of the like first PS3 games, I think, to release. Like it's really early in the PS3's life cycle. And so if you've played or know of a lot of games in that place, that's like a weird time for a lot of series where they're kind of like a PS2 game, but they usually look a lot better. So it's got some like, the game itself has some really bizarre combat to it that requires you to read the manual. And I get that that's off-putting for some people. Full stop, right? Like I'm not, I get it. I really like it, but I've spent 115 hours learning how the combat works and like how to get good at it. And so the game is much maligned by a lot of people. Leading up to Kiwami 3, there was no small group that would go, just skip Yakuza 3. You don't need to play it, which fuck you. But it's one of those like, you know, like everyone's like, just wait for a remake of the game. Like it's got, and the combat's a little old. Well, the remake the other half of the argument, sorry, before I get to the remake, the other half of the argument is that the pacing of the beginning of the game is bad, which is wrong. But the reason they say it's bad is because you are not immediately thrust into a crime drama. In the original Yakuza 3, you spend a significant portion of the beginning of the game getting to know the orphans that you're taking care of, kind of like figuring out how to balance this idea of you leaving organized crime and trying to lead a normal life while like taking care of kids. And it's a really, in my opinion, transitory point in the whole game's overarching storyline, where it's no longer about Kiryu the Yakuza, but like Kiryu the Dragon, right? Like it's a really big developmental moment for him, because it's, in my opinion, the first time in the series like storyline from 0 to 2 that he's happy. Which like is sad, but like it's like some of the only moments that you ever see like Kiryu like not at his fucking lowest, right? And so there's a lot of buildup in the early game where you spend a lot of time with the kids. You spend time with the Ryukyu Yakuza, who are originally, if you remember in 3, trying to take the orphanage back from you because they own the deed and they don't want you there because they think you're part of another family. And they kind of get integrated into Kiryu's like very big extended family. And as Fastidious very quickly picked up on, like the whole theme of 3 is like, what is family? What does it mean to be a family? I mean, that's kind of Yakuza in general, but 3 really like hammers this home. They cut out every single scene involving Kiryu and the kids in the remake. There's just they cut out every developmental storyline that wasn't like the introduction to all of them. So the beginning of the game is literally half as long. So apparently some of it might be optional. Some of it might be hidden behind the bond rankings. I don't know. I know there's apparently a story quest, but I have been told by a buddy of mine, against my will, but I won't get into that, it's not the same storylines and they're very watered down, which sucks because the themes of a lot of those storylines are very good. My favorite 2 that I point out, I talked about one, which is Mitsuo, who's the kid with like the darker complexion, likes one of the other girls, but one of the other girls doesn't like him because he's black. And Kiryu has like a whole thing where he's like trying to figure out like how do I explain to this kid, like these kids, like in a real way, like that's like not okay, like you don't judge people based on that. And as he's doing it, like, you know, the kid, you know, there's like a scene like later on where she has a bunch of burn scars on her, so she's always wearing long sleeves because her family died in a fire. And some other kids are making fun of her for that, and Mitsuo goes and actually beats the snot out of the other kids. And then they kind of make up, and she apologizes and said it was really wrong of her to do. And there's like a big, you know, it's like a big like growth moment for like a 7 or like 8-year-old, right? And then another one where Haruka, right, your surrogate daughter, who's like forced into this like parental role of, hey, you need to be a parent to 7 other children right now, but you're also in like elementary school, right? And so there's a side story that is cut out, and I knew it was cut out because the area on the map was cut out. That one I know is not in the game. There's they took out the parking garage and everything that it happens at. But like she's worried about the finances of the orphanage, and so there's like a very like there's a build up where you're constantly trying to figure out why Haruka is like worried about like doing certain things or why she's leaving early, and then all of a sudden like you have like a nice dinner and you're like, we don't have money for this, what's going on? And you find out the Haruka is involved in a credit card fraud scam, and Kiryu has to like Kiryu helps her get out of that. Then there's like and she has this like moment of like, I just really want to help you because, you know, you're doing all this stuff for us, and I'm trying to take care of everyone. And Kiryu's like, you are
in the 3rd grade. And so there are like all these like and that one I know is not in the game because she doesn't even have a bond ranking. So she doesn't have a bond ranking. There's no area on the map for that. And so basically what Kiwami 3 is a remake of the main crime storyline of the game that ignores the whole soul and theme of like what made Yakuza 3 Yakuza 3. And I think that's criminal. And it sucks because the Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, while bad, was not the end of the world. Like, yes, some of the scene changes they added, stupid. They're worse, period. But it's not like, okay, that game was, you know, it ruins everything. It softens one part that didn't need to be softened, but not the end of the world. As I was talking, half the game in the first 5 chapters is gone. And it's not a very good game. As I said, it's like a 6 video game if you don't count it as a remake, which puts it on the one of the lowest scores I've given the Yakuza game. And as a remake, it's like a 4, maybe a 3. So it's not very good, and it makes me very upset. And we'll see what they do with Stranger Than Heaven, because I think that one's next. And the weird thing is, I know Yokoyama's not stupid. He's the guy currently heading the Yakuza franchise. He, I think, wrote like a large part of Zero and Infinite Wealth, which are 2 of the highest rated games in the franchise, right? So this is like a really weird misstep. And I'm kind of hoping it's like a Dark Souls 2 situation in terms of, you know, the guy who did Dark Souls 2 was also one of the main guys on Elden Ring. So like maybe he's just making a misstep, and now in next game he'll be back. But we'll see. We'll see. It hasn't put me off the Yakuza franchise entirely, but I think if the next game is as bad as this one, I will probably stop playing everything after Pirate Yakuza until they fire the the main dude. I could talk for like the next 80 to 90 hours on that, so I'll just stop there. I held Yoshi hostage and talked to him for like 50 or 60 minutes about my issues with the game a few days ago. Yeah, the fact is, I'm with you. The fact it's meant to be the definitive edition is the unfortunate part, and or many to play the original 3. Yeah, no, it's real. What, Yoshi? Oh, Yoshi's fully on board with me. Yoshi and I are fucking lockstep, as far as I'm aware. After reading his response to my part, I think we're lockstep. Yeah, it's really annoying that they delisted the original 3. I really wish they didn't, because it's not like they released like a remaster of the original 3, right? It's like a full remake that significantly changes the game. So I would have liked if they had the original still around. It's on GOG, but like, just don't delist it from Steam, right? Like, don't. Like, I don't want to have to tell people, and I'm like, I told Soy and I've told Snake that they're playing the original 3. Doesn't take a diehard fan to smell that something's not right. Well, it might take a diehard fan to explain every nuance of why that is, but yeah, it doesn't take much to smell it. I'm with you there. Oh no, I really love 3. I think 3 is one of my favorites, even if it's not a perfect game, right? But ooh. We left the beach. So leading up to the leaving the beach in the original, right? Oh, ouch. Leading up to leaving the beach in the original, right? You have a lot of... So, my God. So in that part, you have a pretty long segment because Kiryu's like, I need to get to the airport in the evening. What do I do for the rest of the day? And if I remember the order right, and it's been about a year since I've played, and I've obviously played Kiwami 3 more recently. You have a moment where one of the kids, Taichi, is on the beach and he has like an asthma attack. And Taichi really, really wants to be a pro wrestler. Like that's his thing. Like he loves wrestling. He wants to be a pro wrestler. He wrestles with all the other like boys in the orphanage and like all like that's what he wants. But if he has like this really acute asthma, he can't do that because he'll have asthma attacks. And so you know, the doctor comes and is like, you can't have Taichi doing this stuff. And so, and this is going to tie into why I'm bringing this up. Rikia, right? The guy that comes with you to Kamurocho is like, yo, Kiryu, what if we throw a wrestling match for, I think this was in this part of the game because I remember really liking Rikia after this. What if we throw a wrestling match? You and me, and put on like, you know, put on the fucking luchador masks and, you know, build like a ring out on the beach and have a huge wrestling match for like the kids so that we can lift Taichi's spirits because Taichi's like really bummed out. And so Riki gets really into it. He brings like, you know, like this whole like crazy little like outfit. And when you go into the fight, all the kids are screaming out what they want to see happen. And your goal in the fight isn't just to beat Rikia, it's to like pull off the moves that the kids are yelling out, which is like really cool. That's like a great way to like vary a little combat segment. And then you have this fight, there's a lot of really cool cutscenes, and then it turns out that Taichi has a gluten allergy, not asthma. And therefore, as long as he stays away from gluten, he's going to be able to probably still wrestle when he grows up. But you get like a lot of like Rikia time, right? Which is really important because then when Rikia shows up to Kamurocho, it's this like cool like push-pull thing where you have, oh, well, I don't want him here because this is dangerous, but I feel bad about leaving him behind because like he obviously cares. Like he gives a shit, right? He's this like big character in the story that's like supposed to be like kind of someone that Kiryu's taken under his wing a little bit, right? Like he's like, well, not like Kiryu's out of the Yakuza, he doesn't want to be a Yakuza, but he's trying to help like guide Rikia in like a positive direction as like a role model. You know, again, family, adult, whatever, and Rikia's, you know, older, so you get a little bit of that different dichotomy between them than those like than what he does with the kids. And like those scenes really build up that like, hey, Rikia wants to be like involved and like around and like help out and like be, you know, be like another uncle to all these kids. And they also cut out really like, and I always thought it was kind of strange, maybe this is like a cultural thing I don't get, but the orphans go through a lot of shit in 3. Like they're really, really hated by like just everybody. Which I was like, how are we like hating orphans? Isn't that like a joke people make about like what you do when you're like super evil? Here you have to deal with like a really rude teacher from the school whose kid is treating one of the other kids really badly. Because it's the teacher, he's getting away with it, and so Kiryu has to go and play a game of golf with the superintendent of the school, and the superintendent's like a big like community guy, and Kiryu and him hit it off, and turns out being addicted to orphans is bad. It's fatherhood. Kiryu gets dad vibes and dad time with the kids, and then plays off Nakahara. Yep, Daigo's a big one. Actually, specifically how little I think in this game that he's around for Daigo is incredibly important. I pressed the wrong button. Thematically, went the wrong way. There's a I'm gonna more Yakuza spoilers because you got me talking about them, so just get ready for this. But in Yakuza 6, there is a scene at the end of the game that is one of the best scenes in the franchise, where Kiryu is writing a letter, and the entire time he's writing the letter, it's kind of discussing what it's like to be like a father, the struggles and the failures he thinks he's had as a father, how he was, and he's in the room with Haruka at this point, right? Writing this letter. Haruka's in the hospital for a myriad of reasons. And he's writing this letter, and it's basically like almost like you're reading it and you're like, Kiryu's gonna die. Which you watch me play 7, so you know it doesn't happen, but you're like, they're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill Kiryu in this game. And he like it reads like a last words, right, to his son or daughter or whatever. And at the very end, in like the last third, he addresses the fact that it's to Daigo and not to Haruka. And it's such a good, I don't even want, like, it's just like it's such a good switch up, because it's obvious that, like, I think it's obvious that Kiryu kind of feels this like shortcoming, right, in the way that he is this father figure to so many different characters, but like he very specifically fails Daigo a lot. Haruka not so much, right? He was around for Haruka a lot, but very specifically fails Daigo. So in the first half of it, you're kind of like, what, like, Kiryu, don't do this. Like, what, why are you so upset about this? Like, what, don't like, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. And it hits like the second bit, and you're like, it's very sobering to me, because it's just like, oh, he's right. Like, he has failed in this regard. He's not a perfect character. He's not a perfect person. He's flawed. Can you tell I like these games a lot? Can you tell I've played them a few times? And it makes his whole character like significantly more interesting. It's just, I don't. Oh, do I like him? Nah, not really. I could do it. Yeah, I could do without him. Give me a wild pool stare. Okay, well, it reminds me of a trailer I saw for the new Wuthering Heights movie. It seems the direction the movie is being played is a straight romance, but anyone who has read the book knows that is not what it's about. But they seem to have ironed out the mental health struggles and the abusive relationship in the book. Makes for a worse story due to removing the texture. Yeah, it sounds like that'd be worse. My thermonuclear take, my thermonuclear Yakuza take, as one of its biggest fans that could possibly exist,
is they need to let Kiryu and Majima go. And they won't. And I get why they won't, but they need to let him go. Ichiban's a very good protagonist. They can make another one. They have a whole party of characters. My chair is finally giving up the ghost in almost every regard. I'm so sorry. I can feel the gear in this chair that like holds the backup starting to die, and it's just like, don't do this. I'm like, please, can we make it another year? Please, please, please. Enough. He's the Ichiban means the best. He's a great. I will look. I will forever love Kiryu more, but one, I've had 7 games of Kiryu to really build him up and like get to know him and love him, and 2, that's okay. Like Ichiban can be a 10 out of 10 protagonist and not measure up with 2 games what a character with 7 does to me. They got me into the franchise, and I could still really love him. Like, that's all right. I don't have my bookmarks up, which is bad because... Oop, that's not what I wanted. Fuck. I can't speak for Yakuza too much. They could not change it and it would be okay, but I'm not striving for okay, right? I want them to keep up the fucking magic. Oh, that's not fair. Yes, it is. I do have a backup, but it's a little short. Yeah, prop it up on little wood blocks. That'd be so dangerous. Don't do that, please. Ichiban means the best. I mean, he is. He's a very good one. And I understand that due to like... Oh, hold on. That's an all caps babes. Oh, no, yeah, Ichiban number 1. I'm with you. I'm on the same page. Same page. Don't worry. Be around the other Dead Horse combo franchise is a reason why I still fight. Yeah, I'll beat the Dead Horse. I made fun of Snake today for that. He was obviously trying to rile me up, and it worked. He was talking about like, I don't know if I'm interested in the new characters in 7 and 8. And I was like, don't you ever fucking smack talk Ethan I saved the franchise Winters in front of me ever again. And then he laughed and was like, they're the same person? I was like, who knows?
Light curtain. He's lucky I wasn't there. I fucking love Ethan. I love Ethan, man. Ethan is easily, for me, on par with Leon and Chris. He might be above Chris, but a good Chris game could change that to back to even. We just need the good Chris game. Oh, owie. He'll change his tune. Enough. Yeah, I liked Grace. That's it. I won't say anything more because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. But so I'll avoid the RE9 combo. But I'm not really concerned with Resident Evil's ability to write new characters, because they do it really well. They might be a little afraid to let them breathe sometimes. Cough, cough, Mia. They need to stop sending their fun characters to the camp. Well, here's the thing, and I will die on this hill. The reason we're talking about them as the fun characters that they send to Canada that, like, we wish we would see more is because we haven't seen them. If Barry showed up as much as Ada did, we'd want, like, if those two roles were reversed, we'd be saying the opposite. Actually, I don't like it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
This ends now.
Good overexposure, yeah. Right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, uh-oh. Taylor's on a roll. Time to give a terrible take. RE4 is bad. Fuck. No, that's not true at all. I don't believe that, by the way. Anyone? No. Don't leave. Hold on, clipping that. I'm dead. Oh man, I think one of the reasons Ethan will go down as one of the best characters is because he shows up exactly as long as he needs to. Ashley is not mouse size and she does not seek out cheese for sustenance. So true. Sundown's got it. We were never heard from again. Yeah. Ethan got to be on both halves of the Resident Evil formula. He was great in both of them. And he's gracefully out of the, you know, he gracefully steps out. Night night, Titus. Hey, Mike. Both halves, survival horror, like scary, ammo conservation,
try and figure out how to avoid enemies horror style. My name is John Rambo, and I will kill all of them. Both halves. How it goes? It goes pretty good. How about you? 4 ability spheres. Thank you for the explanation. Happy to help. No need to thank me. You asked, I deliver. Blink. I'm gonna thank you anyway. Fuck! And progress things honestly very happy. I'm happy to hear that, man. The sphere grid must grow. Slowly, gently. This is how a sphere is taken. Yeah. I should null Thunder. I should null Thunder for these guys, especially with 2 of them. It makes no sense not to just null Thunder. Imagine if the sphere grid actually got larger. Please don't say things like that to me.
Shield us from thunderous bane.
I'm using status abilities. I'm a gamer now. Sorry, it's just been so long that dropping Leon Chris's name, not even making physical abilities, is an easy way to build hype. So I guess I get it. It's just unfortunate for other characters that would be just as fun to see. I don't fault them for using characters that they know work. They're well liked. I should have you defend. Part of me kind of hopes that now that they have whatever this we're not going to make a live service game thing worked out, that if they release, part of me really hopes that once they're done with their remakes, which I wouldn't mind if it stops at 5. I'd like to see 6 because at that point go all the way, but I wouldn't mind if they stopped at 5. If they started doing spin-offs again, like give me like and I know they kind of do that with the DLC, right? Like the 8 DLC is basically a spin-off game, right? Like that was enough to be like a spin-off, Lil Jon. And I get that. I'm fine with that too. I see what you're doing with that. Like I wouldn't mind like a Revelations type. Hey, here are our older characters sometime in the past fighting some form of bioweapon goodness while we have some new people carry on the legacies of the main franchise. I think they're gonna need to do I think they need to do a Chris game. I think like that's, and I know you and I agree on this so heavily. They need to do a Chris game. Like they can't end it off there, but like if we just got like Leon spin-offs instead of like main lines, I think that'd be okay. I think I would be able to sleep at night. I love Leon. I love every word that comes out of that beautiful man's mouth. Right? Like Final
This
Path
ends
of
now.
Fantasy. Path of Final Fantasy. Final Castle. Your princess is in another castle. I want another game about them. No, I mean if they put, hey, we have a big game coming out next year. We have RE10. This isn't gonna happen because they have remakes still. But they go, we have RE10 coming out in 2 years. Next year, we're putting out a Leon spinoff. Deal. Grace deserves a space for herself. I want to talk about RE9 for a little bit longer, just because I want to give it like a month, because I know 1 or 2 people that, that haven't played it yet. So I'm gonna keep quiet on that. But your message is read and understood. Your message is very read and very understood. Did I do that thing again where I had the ability to do Thunder Block and then didn't Thunder Block? Sure did. I think a spinoff would be good. I think they have established themselves to the point that it will take a lot of really bad games to shake people's confidence in them, which is good. That means that they're putting out a lot of really good stuff, right? I think that's fine. I'm happy when a studio has trust from people because they put out good stuff. That's good. It means it's working. Oh, warrior. I think a new Outbreak game. See, like, I wouldn't want them to go, our game for the year. Big release. Outbreak. No. If they said, hey, we're releasing a $30 co-op game that reuses several assets from our games to put together new and exciting co-op survival horror maps in like story progressing ways like Outbreak was. Get the B team on it. I'd play it. I'd play the fuck out of that. My whole friend group's Resident Evil heads now. Like, I'd play the fuck out of that with them.
Everyone, wait.
What's up?
I have something to tell you.
Uh-oh.
Here?
We're almost out of here. Let's go.
Poor Riku.
I have to say it now.
Over there.
Somehow, my bad feelings always come true.
I've decided to marry.
I thought so.
But why? Why'd you change your mind?
For Spira's future and Yevon's unity. I thought it would be the best thing to do.
That's not good enough.
Wait, is it? Is it because of Lord Jyscal?
Hey, that's Sphere!
Show me.
I can't. I must speak to Maester Seymour first. I truly am sorry, but it is a personal matter.
You're kidding, huh?
As you wish.
I'm sorry.
Just one thing.
I won't quit my pilgrimage.
Then it is fine.
Wait a minute, Orin. You don't care? I mean, you're not gonna stop her?
No, I'm not. As long as she is willing to face sin, all else is her concern. That is a summoner's privilege, as long as she journeys.
But that's...
Yuna, just one question. Can't you just talk to Maester Seymour? You got to marry him?
Don't know. But I think it is the right thing to do.
Okay, I guess.
Uni. Quiet! I wish we could help somehow. Some way.
It's okay. I'll be fine.
She says I'm sorry. He says it's fine. She's willing to face sin. She's privileged. I didn't understand. But somehow, I felt like I didn't belong. But if I didn't belong with them, I'd be stuck in Spira, alone. And being alone in that place, well, I didn't want to think about it.
Next, we're going to Makalania Temple. Yuna can talk with Seymour there. We Guardians will wait until they're done and plan our next move. Understood?
Titus appears to be missing some critical information. I just find it sad that Capcom's sending a small army of underutilized characters. Don't leave us in a Carlosless world. They do have a lot of usable characters. That damn, they really haven't. But it's okay. That's how we get Ethan. It's a bit less of a decision to marry Seymour if you think it doesn't matter all that much anyway. Yeah, exactly. Which is definitely affecting her decision here. As long as they're well written. Yeah, like I have faith in them. Like, I mean, as we've said, we have faith in them to do very good work. This is just a happy checklist for me. What I would like for my next experience. We have faith in them. Who knows what that might materialize? With alarming frequency, yeah. And in the end, that is like an important part for me. That like, hey, look, I still really love the games. Don't get it twisted. I'm still gonna be hype as shit when they announce 10. Where are we sending you? Are we sending you over here? Kira, or are we sending you to life? They were sending you this way. Second res might be good. Yeah, fucking, oh my god. We've been going so long with no HP for him. Let's go this way. And you there. Okay. Big ups, big ups, big ups. Dude, this suit of armor guy's scary. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum. Did I talk about Crimson Desert? Or did I get sidetracked? A new chair will be 630 plus tax? What fucking... What chair are you getting? Perfect. Thank you, Raka. Please, I mean, if you can replace parts of it, that'd be the move, right? This one with a 10% discount. I assume it's a nice chair. I mean, yeah, it looks that looks like a nice chair. Yes, I would see what you could do for your Theseus ship. Rebuild it until it's no longer the same. Well, still appreciated. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum. Yoink. Hello and welcome. Why isn't the raid thing playing? Well, sorry about that. Hello, I hope Pokemon trading card game went well. Hope you're doing good. Hot dog Demonimos. Welcome on in. I don't think the parts will happen. Oh, Godspeed, soldier. We lost the final match, but otherwise had a few. Oh, well. Better than losing all of the matches, which will happen if I were to play it. Some crazy ass turns on some of those last games. I saw you beat Last Judge. Congrats again. Big moment. Welcome to Act 2. I saw that also that you were a huge, big fan of single-use benches. Oshanka. I didn't mean use Sphera. It'll work. Fun boss, however, I will hate it because of how long it took me. You shouldn't hate it for how long it took me. I'm pretty sure Last Judge took me several attempts.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Because I remember... Oh, poor Yuna. Because I remember climbing the stairs. Or the steps a lot. Raid run because it's always bedtime. Good night. Peace out. And thank you for the raid. Appreciated. Bum 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 bum. Why are you going first? Shit. Ooh, attack someone else! Damn it. Dark attack. You're immune. Riku. I'm thinking Riku. Uiu. You should have attacked the other one. The other game I saw on that Lancet maxing, I have in my notes all of the things Kimahri can Lancet, and we have every one possible so far. Yeah, actually, I'm actually using the blue mage. It's like I'm happy. It's exciting. The issue is he's not. The overdrives are an that's not how I want to phrase this. I think these are all of them. Looks like I'm missing one, but I got. Stone breath. Self-destruct, fire breath. Yeah, this is a really weird way to lay it out because I'm definitely correct on this. In the next area, Kimahri on a Chimera Brain will give me an overdrive, sorry. And technically speaking, starting in the next area, this one, it's gonna spawn a bunch of items into the game starting all the way back at the beginning in Besaid. So guess what we're gonna do? Yeah, and apparently I was talking with Twink about it because Twink's playing through this right now. Although he's way further in, but don't talk to him about it. I don't want any spoilers for him. The dialogue is different for every character once this happens in like the beginning areas compared to if you go back with the airship.
I'm worried about her. What is she thinking?
The simplest answer would be, in exchange for agreeing to marry him, she hopes to negotiate with Seymour.
Negotiate what?
I wonder.
What? All by herself?
She's strong, but Seymour is the better negotiator.
Well then, why don't we do something about it?
Yuna wants it this way.
I just don't get it. Doesn't she trust us?
On the contrary, she doesn't want us caught up in whatever it is she's planning.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But that makes me worry even more. She could just tell us.
That's the way she is. She's naive, serious to a fault, and doesn't ask for help.
You're probably right.
Yuna's easy to read.
Yeah, she is.
But hard to guard. Stand by her. Always.
No, they didn't. Oh, there's the raid notification.
Slowpokes!
Sorry. It's funny how calm I was. Maybe it was because I'd realized that Yuna wasn't marrying Seymour for love. Not really. It was just her duty. Something she had to do before returning to her pilgrimage. That's what I kept telling myself anyway. And well, maybe. I realized that Yuna and I'd never, you know. Yuna, let's go.
Banger alert! I don't think it'll let me go down this way. Yeah.
Lady Yuna, it
Oh,
is
maybe?
good to see you made it through safely. And, if I may, Congratulations on your betrothal.
Maester Seymour's people are
No,
expecting
she
you.
wouldn't. It's fucked up.
Take that road to go to Makalania Temple.
How's she supposed to, you know? How is Titus supposed to grow if he doesn't become a blitzball? So silly. Waka 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 waka. Oh God. Was it? Oh gosh. Oh my God. And here I thought I was like getting stronger.
As you wish. Enough.
Oh, the other thing is they seem like they're slowly sorting out.
Isn't solving anything.
Sorting out the like. Master Seymour awaits. Please hurry to Makulania Temple. Some of the issues I had with Starfield could be big, question mark? I also saw an interview where Todd Howard said, "Pretend I never announced Elder Scrolls 6," and I was like, I think we all are. There's no alien girlfriend. There's no alien girlfriend, but they did start adding pets, including here he is. What a great boy. Hold on. I want to save image. Friend. You're still obligated to make it. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Leave Todd Howard alone. Crystal Lizard. I was like, oh my God, Dark Souls is real. Aqua breath. Bonk. Yeah, Bethesda just not make. I think I'm starting to think that's what's like currently happening, because I know that like Amazon's put the gun to their head about Fallout 5 because they want a new Fallout because of the TV show. And so Microsoft and them are like, do it. They're working on Starfield because there's an active expansion and like 2 updates that have come out, or one update came out yesterday and another one April 7th. And theoretically, people are working on Elder Scrolls 6. So I don't know if it's just that Elder Scrolls 6 is currently subject to the whims of one Todd Howard, which is probably the case. But theoretically, they're ignoring. Yeah, and that was kind of weird because, like, hey, I like the idea of Starfield, right? Like, it's getting to where it needs to be, but like,
Don't look so shocked.
you put out what, Fallout 4 since Skyrim? I mean, 76, but. Oh, no, they're definitely big enough. Riku is getting the fucking shaft right now. I need to stop that. Anything in Macalania Woods? Can't get Saturn Sigil yet. The Rite of Owaka is my next Al Bhed primer. And then we walk back to Besaid. I'm glad you brought up the space doggy. I'm like, the new Starfield expansions have me incredibly interested in it. And I think I'm gonna see how Terran Armada works. Like, do people think that it's good? And if they do, oh, that's bad. I'll pick it up. And if it's bad, I'll probably just play No Man's Sky. I don't know. I know I have my plan of games, right? Obviously, then we have game redeems. So it's not like we're hurting for choice.
Thought so.
Game redeems will be back this year. Hold on, let me finish this cutscene, and I'll give you the more official announcement.
Have you seen Donna?
But it comes with a promise you'll have to make
Donna?
me.
Can't say I have.
What's up?
We got separated on the way here.
Uh-oh, not Donna.
Damn it all! I've got to find her.
Calm down.
But if anything happens to her...
Running around in a panic is not going to help. Right now, you have to keep cool and search.
But...
Guard your emotions, then guard your summoner.
She deserves it for blabbering.
You're right.
Shall we search?
We'll look for her.
No, I've
Oh.
taken up enough of your time. Thank you, Sir Aaron.
I hope he finds her and sets her straight. She is kind of an ass.
What's up?
Oh, I just wanted to wish him good luck.
Oh. Oh, please don't kill me. Game redeems. Will be back after Crimson Desert. But you have to promise me that no one will complain when Crimson Desert takes 30 plus streams to finish. If we agree to the terms and conditions, it'll be back. I love that emote. Not sure why I would complain about that. Sign on the dotted line. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. Oh well, that works. Wanted to dark attack you. That worked out. Oh, yoink. Arctic wind. One of the reviews I read, they said that they were cutting a tree down. And when they cut the tree down, the log hit the ground and splinters came out of one end of the tree, like pieces, like branches and pieces of wood. And it fell into a river. And they followed the river for like 2 in-game miles to an ocean. And the little wood particles were there the whole time. And then they watched the wood sink into the ocean and get caught on the reeds out in the water. And I'm like, I'm like, what members of the Red Dead Redemption team did you have? Reminds me of the fucking, you remember the fucking beard trimming where we had to like sit there and like figure out Arthur's beard length? Yeah, the Dwarf Fortress team, right? I love listening to Dwarf Fortress interviews because they talk about debugging their game and it's batshit insane. They were having a problem in one of the patches where cats were just dying randomly. I think it was like due to alcoholism or something like that, or withdrawal, or who knows, something like that. And they're like, why are cats who can't drink like beer dying to alcohol. Like, what's going on? Well, it turns out, of course, cats would walk through bars or like pubs. There'd be spilled beer on the ground, which means their paws would get beer on it. Then when they would lick themselves clean, they would drink the beer, and then they die of alcohol poisoning because of the amount of beer they would drink from on their paws. And it's like, how do you even hope? I mean, that's why the game's been in development for 24 years. And they get more fucking done than some AAA studios, so power to them, but holy shit. Runemog is terrible. Cura, reflect, dispel, ignore death, Curaga, regen, full life, holy, double cast. Okay, do I miss Cura for her though to do this? Because right now, I mean, I've given her the second level black magic spells. I could give her reflex. We'd only be 2 points to walk back from Cura. Sorry, Cura. Shouldn't you just rest double cast? Double cast? Double cast is significantly further in the tree. And behind level 2 locks. So like what I was looking at there was like several dozen levels away. But yes, we do want to get double cast. You have a double cash card. Oh. Yeah, it works. Bio. Hazard. And Riku is 7. Defense by 2, agility by 4. Learn luck. So I get slow, I think. But I want that luck node first, because there's very few of these. Not behind locks. Hey, that came with my class card, you know? Some people have Lancet, some people have the magic spells. I just had luck. There's Prey. Oh my god, Riku's got more? Hmm. Accuracy 3. I think everything we talked about, everything goes to 255. MP goes to quad 9s and HP goes to quintuple 9s. I think this is 27 strength. Hello, bird friend.
A butterfly with rainbow wings will lead the way to secret things.
Macalania Woods butterfly hint. Approach the butterfly of many hues and its red and blue brethren shall appear. Try to catch 7 of the butterflies, but beware the reds, for they will call powerful fiends when threatened. Butterflies disappear after a certain time. Try to catch the blue butterflies while avoiding the red ones. Oh gosh. I can't get the reward from that yet. It's like a later thing. So I'm going to hold off. Oh, good. You've been petrified. First I was afraid, I was petrified. Bonk.
Got you covered.
See a hair. Ah. I think it was once it was afraid. No, I think you're right. But not really a but here. 90% sure it was first. Oh my god. Hold on. DMCA time, DMCA time. Oh, I just thought I had it wrong. Okay, I'm not gonna keep going because that's like the most surefire DMCA I've ever had in my entire life. Cool. Oh. Hey, I didn't know. You know. A long time since I heard that. You say about her recovery from breaking up with her Jack. Ah, okay. Mondi Green. Is it mishearing or misinterpretation of a phrase in the way that gives it new meaning? Oh. There's a couple song lyrics like that because there was another one. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh yeah, Purple Haze. There it is.
Where it sounds like he says he's gonna kiss this guy instead of kiss the sky.
Does Bruno Mars is gay? Question mark. I hope someone knows I'm referring to, or that's gonna be really confusing. The news have come out. Thank you, Tom. Oh my god. Oh, let me find that. That's like a, that might be as good as my a little bit of My Immortal.
Where is the original?
The rumor come out. Does Bruno Mars is gay? Bruno Mars is gay is the most discussed in the media in a few years ago. Even it has happened in 2012, but some of the public still curious about what is exactly happening, and to be the reason there is a rumor comes out about his gay. At this time, he became the massive social networking rumor. The public, especially his fans, are shocked. He just come out with his bad rumor, which is spread massively. This time is not about his music career, but his bad rumor. The rumor is out of standardized of hoax. According to the last report, the singer revealed himself as homosexual. Do you still believe or not? This rumor is really much talked by people, even in a person of his fans. So good. What? It's an old, like, I don't know. I saw it on Game Grumps a long time ago. And basically, it's some article, like, you know, clickbait article or something that Danny clicked on. That's what it was. Game Grumps has its moments. Yeah, it's called when fucking any moment Danny talks. Although I do have to thank Aaron. Because had he not spent the first, like, 10 minutes of... I can't remember what Zelda game it was at this point. Talking about how much he hated that Zelda game before they even started it, I probably would have seen significantly more about Zelda. can be... I'm with you. I'm in complete agreement. Eric can be really funny sometimes, but then, like, their Katamari videos are awesome. It's some of the best. Because, like, there's nothing to... Like, Katamari is one of those games where it's just, like, it's just a good game, right? Like, there's just... Like, there's infuriating parts to it, but it's Katamari. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where even the infuriating parts of the game, it's like I'm rolling a ball up. And so there's like nothing to like, there's nothing for him to like latch onto that makes it insufferable to watch. So was Skyward Sword gonna lock that one in? I don't even know if that was true. I just know Aaron's opinion on that one. Well, no. See, I thought it was Majora's Mask, which is even funnier that I didn't know about the moon thing, because I had a friend that really liked it in middle school, but I don't like. I couldn't tell, like, it was one of those, like, he was like, oh, I like this game. But he wouldn't talk about it, or I didn't talk to him enough about it to, like, hear. And so then I was like, well, I'll watch a playthrough of it, because, like, you won't talk, you know, middle schoolers being weird or whatever. And, sure, I'm glad it's never happened to another middle schooler before. But, I went to watch it, and Aaron just complained for, like, maybe it was Skyward Sword. It might have been Skyward Sword. I don't know. To be quite frank, it could be a lot of games. I'll link you his review after you beat it. Pre-screen it to make sure he doesn't talk about any of the other games, and I'll watch it.
Booyah.
Or at least ones that come after. If he talks about Majora's Mask in it, that's fine. Right? Like I've played that one. Appreciate that, thank you. I have a feeling we're not gonna agree. That's my guess, having not even played the game. Kane's Lance, yippee, yippee, yippee. Oh, waka.
Welcome. Holiday prices on all items in celebration of Maester Seymour Guado's wedding.
First Strike's interesting. I like this one a lot more. Those who can make, those who can't review. Hold on, I review things. Fuck! I jest, it's a joke. Prank? Unless it's a parody, then it's reviewing the review, so it gets a pass. Thank you. I appreciate you letting SRN through. Oh, man. I don't think I need A-ball on anymore. Give me 1 second. I want to just make sure I get this figured out. Alarm Lightning Ward. This is literally worse than the red armlet. I don't need a second one of those. This is terrible. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. Ductile Rod, Devastator. Holy fuck, that's a good weapon. Wait, what the fuck? That's worth 15,000. Did I get some crazy drop? I would say some of the reviews are just like, this thing that is unbelievably difficult to even exist and magically brings the reality. Could use more water. 7 out of 10. I don't. Must have been. I don't. Right. I don't mind reviews. My problem with.
Too expensive, you think?
Just right. My problem with a lot of like my problem with modern video game journalism, Lord help us all, is more the idea that like he was the publications don't seem to be able to get the right people reviewing the right games. The ones that are not like now just AI generated, right? Not that some of them were much better in the past, but at least it was people writing the dog shit. And there is a fun on a bigger level. Agreed. No one really cares enough to do that, and that's a problem. But the bigger issue is, and this might be a me thing, right? This might be maybe I'm just on a roll tonight, so I'm throwing out more hot takes than normal. But somebody who is given a copy of a game to review has a different stake in the game than someone like me who buys the game myself. Because not like from the get-go, I have like a cost analysis to do, right? Is this game worth 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $70? Yeah, and am I a fan of the series, right? So, and it kind of, I think it mixes together because there's that kind of ever-present problem, I guess, with reviewing not just video games but anything. That like if you're too harsh, which some people might say in certain instances is telling the truth, what happens if you lose that like exclusive early access to the game to review it? Like the studio doesn't want your review because you trashed an earlier game of theirs. So there's like a fundamental I don't believe you that kind of comes to the overarching stuff, the overarching review itself, right? And then fan reviews are usually kind of broken down into two types of, right now, at least two categories, which is I love this thing or I hate this thing, which is equally as annoying in a completely different regard. But I've found very frustrating lately with Requiem, where it's like, hey, sometimes stuff's just good. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it kind of leads to the whole
every game is either the greatest game ever or a flop, which puts a lot of pressure on devs to release. And this isn't me going, think of the poor AAA studios. This is me going, I think this leads to like the remake culture that we're in of we know this game works already. We've done it before. So we're going to do it again. And we know it'll work. So it's a safe bet so that we can put out a game and we don't all lose our like jobs on a flop, as opposed to like, hey, we're going to put out something kind of weird but good, but not the greatest game ever, but like fun. It'll be worth your time. That's all of a sudden trash because it's not the next revolution in video games. And I think that kind of like is where the indie space will continue to forever dominate. Because like if you're an indie game and you put out something that's just like very good and it's $10, great. Right? Like awesome. You're probably gonna, you know, if it blows up, it's gonna blow up. There's be a stigma for releasing just a 7 out of 10. Everything needs to be a 10 out of 10 to make it worthwhile. Yeah, and like I think it kind of, it puts a lot of pressure on the actual creatives to like everything's got to be perfect. And it's like, well, you're not going to release an RE4 or a Bloodborne or an Elden Ring every time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of the mindset from when I played through it. Like for me, base game Lies of P was like a solid 7 out of 10. I had some issues with some of the directions they took, but it was a good game that was worth my time and worth the price I paid. And you know what they did with the DLC? They took a unique idea, they saw what worked and what didn't, and they made one of the best fucking DLCs I've played for a Souls game. Which is amazing because all Souls DLCs are usually the best parts of the game. Right? They continue the trend and they're not FromSoft, and they did a great job with it. And we got something unique and like new out of it, right? Like, I think there's something to that where there's like a risk to be taken. And like before I logged on, when I was eating, I was reading something where people were freaking the fuck out that there were Crimson Desert reviews that were like an 8. And everyone was like, and people were between the game is dead on arrival. And obviously the game journalists are wrong. It's the greatest game to ever be made. Now, I think it's going to be the greatest game to ever be made for me because it looks like it's all side content. No, that's like me, the video game. That's what I would do if I made a video game. You know, right? Like... There are games to have expectations for, but like... It's okay if something's very good, but not revolutionary. I think 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 means I recommend the game to people on my list. 5 out of 10 is my actual... I try to keep... And you'll notice most of my games are above a 5. That's because I recommend most games I play to somebody. But, if the game is a 5 out of 10, that's the line where it was just worth my time to play it. Below that... I probably wasn't having fun. Or there was something that was severely hampering my ability to enjoy the experience. I'm gonna grab Reflex real quick. I mean, I don't want to grab Osmos, but you can just do this and grab it. think 7 out of 10 is a good game, maybe 5 to 6 depending on the game, but like people need to think critically about this stuff. I don't see. I'm stuck in this like weird space, right? Because on one hand, I don't want to think too critically about everything. Sometimes I just don't want to. Sometimes I just want to shoot the fucking zombies, right? Like, and that could be an incredible game. I have a second thought. I have a second part to this thought that I'm trying to like pull together. When I say a game is a 10, I mean that I really liked it. I liked every part of it. I liked the gameplay. I liked the music. I might have a complaint about it or two, right? But I think that overall, it was an awesome experience that I would recommend to anybody. I'm never going to get to the point where I give you like a 9.8 because I don't care, right? I don't care to sit there and hash out what makes something like a 0.1 higher, but I do like to think about, well, why was that game a 10? Was it that the combat mechanics were simply better done than previous games? Why was a game a 4, right? Was it because maybe the respawn mode was just a little too punishing and really took away from the experience? Yeah. Can I have a game that's on, and people, I know there's gonna be some people who I say this and they're gonna be like, well, then that means, and then, sorry, I fundamentally disagree and we won't rectify this issue, and that's okay. I have games on the list that are 10s where I can tell you things I don't like about those games. Well, then they're not perfect. Well, but they're great, and they're like a lot of fun, and there's a lot of positives that heavily outweigh those like minor negatives I might pull out, which are things I like to focus on, right? I like to be a positive guy. It kind of sucks when I have to be negative. I don't like to be negative. Think about how miserable I get when I keep repeating the Radiant Dawn rant, right? But like, at the same time, I don't want to just give a game a 10 to give it a 10, because if I know, and this goes back to my fundamental flaw with a video game. I think I can forgive a lot in a game, but one of the things I struggle the most to forgive is when a really, really, really good game is like this close to living up to the potential of being one of those like awesome game-changing things, but they've made like some critical design error that causes it to miss the mark because they were off by this much, but it just kind of compounds its way through or something, right? Like, I think Radiant Dawn has a skeleton of one of the best Fire Emblems, but the problem is its execution's really weak, right? And that's why I get so angry at Radiant Dawn, because I think overall it could easily have been my favorite Fire Emblem, but it just fucking blew up on itself. It collapsed. It failed where it really could have been incredible. And Path of Radiance was very good. I like Path of Radiance. I really like Path of Radiance. I've replayed Path of Radiance, which I haven't replayed a ton of them. One moment. That's why I get angry at Edelgard too. I think Edelgard's a character that could have been the most compelling in Three Houses, and she's just like mishandled. And then people praise her for being one of the best characters, and it's like, no, like she could have been. I'm using Fire Emblem examples again. It's my go-to. But like, you know, on the other end of the spectrum, I play something like Link to the Past or Super Metroid, where I beat the game and I'm just like, fuck me, I could replay this game right now. Like, and I wouldn't blink. And that, like, okay. Is the double jump timing in Super Metroid annoying? Yeah. Who cares? Who cares? I don't give a shit. I'm gonna play the whole fucking Metroid franchise because of that. It's Space Jump. I know. It does usually tend to be the case that 6 and 10s and lower I don't enjoy. 7 to 10 is where I can sometimes enjoy it. Yeah, and I think it's funny because I discussed this with Snake for a bit. He was really confused why people will give stuff a 7 out of 10 and be like, it's okay. And it's like, well, we're Americans. Our grading systems in school have 7 out of 10 be a C, right? Like that's average. And I think that's where a lot of that comes from, where it's like, unless you like want to expand that list, like the default, and I mean, I'm kind of this way, right? That like 7 out of 10's like the, yeah, I like, oh yeah, that was good. That was an average game. That was good. Because the 70 is like, I did average on the test. Even though it's mathematically above. I know I can get the point across, and I have to explain myself as hard as if I would, starting with Xenogears as an example. I would not go further on that. Please don't explain the Xenogears one, because I really still want to play Xenogears, regardless of potential issues it may have. I am very, very, very excited to play Xenogears. Hold on. I'm getting so many texts. Okay. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I'm not yelling.
Wait. It is here. Somewhere.
It is here.
What's here?
Something you should see.
But, Sir Orin...
It won't take long.
Hey, speaking of really, really good moments in video games. Is this the part I think it is? Or is this the Ject Sphere?
This place, it's just water, isn't it?
This is what spheres are made of. It absorbs and preserves people's memories.
What's that?
Not the part I thought it was.
Fiends are also attracted to these places.
Immune to sensors. Spheromorph. Yeah.
Hey, it's the guy who probably hates me right now. Oh, thunder doesn't hurt you. I hope Lies of P went well. How was the manor? And thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Fastidious, don't worry. I saw your message. I will get back to it in a second. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. I don't hate you. I'm just really disappointed. So I assume you've met him. Playtest must have been dumb. Yeah, for real. Yep, sure have. All I have to say is holy fuck. You want the good news or the bad news? Elemental shift. Oh man, I'm one of the dumb playtesters. Don't tell me there's worse news of what I've already seen of him. It tells me every time, huh? He took me longer than Sword Saint. I did thunder again. I literally am the tester. Oh god, I'm in danger. I'm gonna be so honest with you, Crit. We're talking about Mr. TikTok. I'm gonna be so honest with you, Crit. I recommended you do that DLC, and then that night I went on stream. I think Fastidious and Sundown can vouch for this. And I said, hey, I think I fucked up big time. I recommended Crit could beat the DLC in 4 days on New Game Plus. Tick tock, tick tock. Arlecchino's on the clock. Have you got to the point where you survive his first attacks? Because that took me a little while. I'm gonna have to watch the VOD. Oh my god. It's rough out here. Nope, def not. Yup. I can't see its weakness. It's immune to scans. So it's fire. It's gotta be fire, I think. Fire's the only one I haven't done. Okay, I did. Oh my god, I'm throwing up. Throwing up and crying right now. It's water. Nuke it.
I don't remember. I thought the color of it did. We have a prior conversation during the Arlecchino, something about broken clocks. I think the previous conversation we had during Arlecchino was about streaming, because Aether was talking about being burnt out and I was there, or I think that was it. And so I walked around the entrance talking about how easy it is to just go way too hard in the fucking paint streaming and then burning yourself out. Surely this means it's water? No? It's nothing about visual? Well, it can't just be guesses. Solely its behavior. Interesting. We definitely talk about game reviews during Black Mesa. I thought that's what I was gonna, yeah, it was, yeah. I assumed it was gonna be what it attacks me with. So if it was doing, just give me thunder. Hold on, let's get everyone in here. So then if you were doing water, you're probably gonna need to, yeah, we got there. Thank you. Oh, it just keeps coming. I just gave up for the night. Too tired for that. Yeah, I don't blame you. What's your weapon right now? That's not you. All right. Bonk. There we go, Blizzard. Fire, I have great news. Waka 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 waka. You just Blizzard. Yoink! Well, I did heal it back up like 26 bajillion times. Got his little brother, hold on. Sonic Adventure, oh my god. Is this his Sonichu form?
Unfortunately, it's absorbing my my attacks, so I'm trying to just. I need to see what Titus is. I don't remember. Wait, you watered. Oh, I knew. Actually, I just did that to get Comrade. Look at that. Sana true form had me worried. Why did that be worried? Witcher 2 is clones of chaos created by Gun that are basically just the spheromorph. Created by Gun. I assume that's the big bad evil organization. Thanks, keep me posted on Snake Stranding. All good. He didn't miss much today. He complained about getting stuck on rocks a lot, and then said he didn't like side missions, but then started doing them in order to get more bandwidth. There was like no forward progress. Everything is the same mission. Getting overkill on the end there was nice. I didn't say anything. Besides, I think this game is really good because it's a master class in the mechanics telling the story of the game. And I just left it there. Because, like, I'm not gonna spoil, like, I don't want to spoil anything. Obtain Jack Sphere. But the gun truck on the Ridley Team Mystery like 7 years from now. Oh, lovely. We got a lot of AP from that. I look forward to it.
Whoa, this is old. Don't know if you can play it back.
Jecht left it here 10 years ago. Play it back.
Mm-hmm.
What are you taking?
Well,
on.
You said it was going to be a long trip. We'll be seeing a lot of neat things, right?
I forgot about young
I thought I'd
Orin.
record it all in this. To show to my wife and kid, you know.
This is no pleasure cruise.
Hey, Braska. Ain't this supposed to be a grand occasion? We're the cheering fans, the crying women.
This is it. Too many goodbyes. People think twice about leaving.
If you say so.
That's
Well, it better be a
traumatizing.
lot more colorful when we come back. A parade for Braska, vanquisher of sin.
We should go. Day will break soon. Oren, could you stand closer to him? Good. That should do it.
What's the matter? Afraid I might bite?
Jacked.
Braska, you should take one too. It'll make a great gift for little Yuna.
I suppose.
Lord Braska, we shouldn't be wasting our time like this.
What's the hurry, man?
Let me tell you what the hurry is.
Oren.
No, my left. Arm was always a hard ass.
He wasn't on some pleasure cruise.
I think there's more.
Oh.
Hey, if you're sitting there watching this, it means you're stuck in Spira like me. You might not know when you'll get back home, but you better not be crying. Although I guess I'd understand. know what? There's a time when you have to stop crying and move on. You'll be fine. Remember, you're my son. And, well, never mind, I'm no good at these things. Anyways, I believe in you. Be good. Goodbye.
He sounded almost serious, but it was too late.
He was serious. Jecht had already accepted his fate.
His fate?
Jecht, he was always talking about going home to Zanarkand. That's why he took all those pictures, to show them to you when he returned. But as he journeyed with us and came to understand Spira and Braska's resolve, it happened gradually, but Jecht changed. He decided he would join Braska in his fight against Sin.
So then, he gave up going home?
That was his decision.
I guess I understood. My old man, he knew there was no way back home, back to Zanarkand. He wanted to go home, but he knew he couldn't. He couldn't go on until he accepted it. Besides, even if he had found a way back, I don't think he would have left his friends behind before their journey was complete.
All right, let's go, guys.
Maybe I had to start accepting my own fate.
Spheres that document Jecht's journey are hidden all over Spira. Defeating the Spheromorph has unlocked the seals that once bound the spheres. Find them! Arin has learned Overdrive Shooting Star. So the game's doing this really funny ha thing, where now we're gonna walk all the way back to the beginning of the game.
Wait.
Yeah.
Jecht loved you.
And I need that
Oh,
for my
come on,
for my
please.
100%.
He just didn't know how to express it, he said.
Enough about my old man, okay?
I just thought you should know.
Okay.
You need to get your new GPU drivers? What could you possibly need those for, Oddball? There's 9 of these we can get right now, and the last one's on Mount Gagazet. The studio ready page loads, but not the game ready. What game ready are you getting ready for? Knack 8? Holy shit! They skipped Knack 2 through 7? Someone let Fastidious know right now. Bum 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 bum. Donkey took it into his own hands. Pretty sure they made Knack 2. I would like a Knack 3 though. Now we're just getting greedy. Good luck on your knacking. Bum 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 ba-dum. Okay, now equip Waka. We're done with the distill ability. Back to Stone Touch. The Knack 3 I think Knack 3 died when the studio was dissolved. Would be my bigger guess. No, Fastidious is right. This is Donkey's fault. Hey, I'm happy to blame Donkey for some. So you tell me it's Donkey's fault? Deal. Get stoned, idiot. Couldn't on your studio. I don't think I'll ever get a reboot. Unfortunate. Not because I know about the context surrounding or situation surrounding context, but because it's funnier to you. No, Oddball, that's a really good point. I didn't think about it that way. It'd be a solid time to use it. Sundown, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
Everyone, focus on the enemy.
I would be a no good liar if I told you I really didn't think about it. But the spheres right now are worth it. Oh, for sure. I'm getting levels and spheres, which we're gonna need, right? Pay to win in my Final Fantasy, can you believe it? You know what we will do? Ixion! Oh boy! I love Umumusame!
My name's Yuna. Pleased to meet you.
Bonk. Youch! Referencing Donkey. Be perfectly honest with you, I probably never would have heard of Knack. I'm in the T's boat, hugging the under. You can come. We have like an extra cabin. Get on. Or is it more comfortable down there? Like a barnacle. Glub, glub, glub. That was dumb. Got Slayer. So the plan is we're gonna walk all the way back to Besaid. And then we're gonna get the Jex Spheres on the way back up. Is that true? I lied. There's a Jex Sphere. I lied to you. They call me the liar. We're gonna do it on the way back, and then on the way up, we'll have nothing to do.
Who are you?
You are the one they call Jecht. The man from Zanarkand, are you not?
What of it?
Watch your tongue, knave.
Ah, my apologies. I am Braska, a summoner. I've come to take you from this place.
Sounds sweet. What's the catch?
That easy to see, was it? I soon leave on a pilgrimage to Zanarkand.
Seriously?
I would like you to join us. It will be a dangerous trip. Yet, if we do reach Zanarkand, my prayers will be answered, and you will be able to go home, we think. What say you?
Great, let's go.
So quick?
Anything to get out of here.
Then it's settled.
But I must protest. This drunkard, a guardian?
Hey! You want to step in here and say that?
What does it matter? No one truly believes that I, a fallen summoner wed to an Al Bhed, could possibly defeat Sin. This is what they say. No one expects us to succeed.
Braska, sir.
Let's show them they're wrong. A fallen summoner, a man from Zanarkand, and a warrior monk doomed to obscurity for refusing the hand of the priest's daughter. What delightful irony it would be if we defeated Sin.
Stop gabbing and get me out of here. Free at last.
Now, Jecht. I am in your hands until we reach Zanarkand.
Right. So, what's a summoner anyway?
Loving the idea he just doesn't know what the word is. We've died in mediocrity. I just find it frustrating, though maybe it's just me having an affinity for middling beat 'em ups on this one. There's probably a little column A, a little column B. Ow. That is what they say. This is true. I must rest and preload. No game in particular. Glub, 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 glub. You gonna play it at 6 o'clock tomorrow?
Let me break the ice.
No? Damn. Oddball literally hates video games. What the fuck? Oddball is the Cuphead journalist? I will be lay busy. For too many deliveries. 7 out of 10. Too much water. So there's a third half to the story, because I was in the same boat you were. There can't be three halves. Opa, au contraire.
That's how it's done.
So the Cuphead guy made the video because he was apparently the only person, Game Ranter, who ever had in Germany where the Cuphead demo was. He was terrible at it. There was a lot of backlash because goddamn was he terrible, and they still published it.
Enough.
But later on, there is a video of him doing a Doom Eternal review. And it might put the Cuphead video to shame. So I think they had a decent story, Ossiabo, that they relied very heavily on in order to explain why they had really dog shit footage, when in reality maybe that guy shouldn't be reviewing video games. The Doom Eternal one's funny because once you get into past the first like 30 seconds, you can no longer hear him speak because the sound mixing is so bad. And then he proceeds to get stuck on a single jump for about 25 minutes. And it's like, surely this is parody. So I kind of lost what pity I threw his way once he was reviewing other games that were quote unquote out of his element. It's like, well, obviously now you should know. this one's like on his computer recorded too. Like we don't have an excuse here. So I retroactively, I took back his excuse. Or Cuphead. He's now the Cuphead guy. And it did spawn one of the funniest videos I did ever see, where a guy has his 4-year-old son play Cuphead and beat the tutorial in the first level. First level. Instant review. Yeah, no, surely they could. So why did they have him do it? I like the pigeon one. There's so many good ones, man. I would like you to stop attacking me. In 2007, Takahashi published a critical review of the video game Mass Effect, sarcastically renaming it Mass Defect. He later clarified that his negative experience was due to not knowing it was possible to evolve the character. There's a fourth half I've just been introduced to. One might call it the prelude. I'll click that link in a second. You know, oh, man. You guys ever seen SRN's Cats Organized Neatly video? That's my favorite Takahashi like. There's my sphere. What do you got here? What? Oh no. Versus pigeon intelligence test. I love when he dashes into
into the pillar. it's right here. Oh, the pigeon! The pigeon! Oh, come on, you're so close, Mr. Pigeon. Oh! Oh, we're so close. Hold on. Mr. Pigeon is such a smart boy. Much improved. Does he actually start talking in this one? Damn, did they really not have the... Oh, that's too bad. There's the thing with his like actual commentary is even funnier because you just cannot hear him talk. Like every once in a while you hear like a word from underneath the gameplay.
Hey, hold it steady.
Why am I doing this? What do you see there, my lord?
Oh, I was just thinking.
This is important. No fooling around. You're gonna spoil it. Whoa.
Are you all right?
Now there's a scene for posterity.
Yeah.
Vanishing Blade. I had to look up the gold emblem puzzle both times I played RE1. You'll notice that me not getting the puzzle does not show up when I talk about what I like and dislike about RE. You can just chalk it up to I didn't know, I didn't get it, it's fine. Something something gaming journalist, something something. Mass Defect is crazy though. That's insane work. Hello there. He was actually saying, yeah, no one got him.
This ends now. Farewell.
Bonk.
No time to waste. Let's go.
Moonflow is the next one.
Farewell.
Drink. Bum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. This. 0, huh? Oh yeah, keep going. Maybe it'll have an effect this time. Oh shit, it did.
So, how shall we do this?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that he's like so Orin still. Although no, he is from Spira. I was like, wait a second. Was he also a Faith? No. I don't think so. Oh shit. What's a Faith with a Y? So like basically in the world of Spira, Faith are these like honestly not even that far off to call them memes and dreams. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but that works out. Learned warrior, all according to Kaikaku. Kaikaku means the plan, by the way. Are basically remnants of you see the little like coming out of everything? Faith. They're kind of like spirits. The Aeons we summon, they're like very concentrated faith brought together by, yeah. Dead souls and statues have them persist in the physical plane, yeah. And so like they can kind of do stuff with faith. So like the summons we get are the manifestation using faith of some of those dead souls. Dead souls? Yakuza reference? Lord Seymour awaits you at Macalania Temple. Lucas' tournament was completely upstaged by Seymour's Aeon. By showing support for the excommunicated Crusaders, Seymour's popularity is growing fast. Don't you need to catch up with Lord Seymour? Who knows when the Albed will strike next? Best be on your guard. We're always practicing out in the noon flow, but the other day a Shupuff passed us, nearly flattened us. We also test our reflexes by dodging lightning bolts on the Thunder Plains. Perhaps Lord Jiskel wanted to see his son's new bride. Even Meisters of Yevon dote on their children sometimes. Don't try to the Macalania, better not keep them waiting. Lord Seymour may be cool, but Tromo's quite a temper, you know. Come back after the wedding and we'll swap Blitz stories. Yeah, I like the Ions. Fiends are just random soul collections that aren't as advanced as something summoned by the faith. Yeah, the fiends are like the souls of people that like haven't been sent to the far plane. The far plane is like, well, I can show you the far plane actually. Please refrain from speaking of the Lord Jiskel. Must avoid unseemly rumors for the sake of Spira's harmony. The far plane's like a realm where the faith take form. They look exactly like my mom and dad. The two figures you see there are not his mother and father. Actually, they are my parents who passed away decades ago. They died young, but I was fortunate enough to have grandchildren. My parents must have been watching over me from the far plane.
I need to be...
We already saw her whole thing, whole spiel. So the next one is Moonflow. South Wharf. Bum bum. Hello there. Ride the Shupa? Where are you going? I can't wait to be told to stay away from the summoner. Stay away from the summoner!
All right, let's get him.
I'm counting on you.
Bum 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 bum. Shall we sphere grid for a moment? Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh boy. Bum 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 ba dum bum ba dum bum bum blue. Demi. You're gonna get magic defense here. Leaving the city for the skies above. Fair. Fair, you cover. Sloga. Wait, really? All right. Agility +4. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Kimari happy. Baby happy, baby happy. We're gonna get Kira. Akira, Akira. Yeah, we're getting to the point that I'm a little bit worried that we're on the cusp of like a single cure not doing enough, which is always a little annoying. So you get the better cure. Indeed. Indeed. I think I have to get everyone the entire grid. Ouchie. I beg your forgiveness, but this is not the way intended for Lady Yuna. Please head toward Macalania Temple. Lord Seymour awaits. Should I stay a crusader or follow a different path? I want to discuss this with someone on the far plains, but maybe I shouldn't. Lady Yuna's visits are always beneficial to the Guado. Everyone seems happy. Did something good happen? She might arrive at any time now, and everyone just seems so laid back. Or Sin just might, yeah. After seeing my dead daughter again, I felt completely free of any worry.
Rides the shoe puff?
Rides the shoe puff? Not yet.
Shoe puff's wait.
Seems you destroy the Al-Bhed's Machina. That's some dedication. You'll receive a blessing from Yevon. It'll be necessary to strengthen security so that the Al-Bhed won't get their way anymore.
O'Waka at your service.
O'Waka. I'll be busy with all the wedding preparations. I'd better get on my feet. Even Sanction Machina gives me the creeps, I tell you. When Lady Yuna gets married, will she be able to abandon her quest to vanquish Sin? That is what worries me the most. It should be a big ceremony because the Maester's getting married. It's been so long since we've had some good news. This is also exciting. Never even crossed my mind that Lady Yuna would marry. Now that's a great story to tell. I think the temples should crack down on the Al-Bhed and teach them a lesson or two. Let's take a quick... Oh no, we can't. Okay. A quick look. At have to deal with that for a second. So there's some achievements I have that didn't pop. There are story bosses. Unlock all slot reels. Learn to use all enemy abilities. Deal max damage. Steal with Riku 200 times. Win a Blitzball tournament. Catch your Chocobo. Spend 100,000 gil in bribes. Dodge 200 lightning strikes. Find all 26 Al Bhed primers. Obtain all the celestial weapons. Defeat Bahamut. Obtain all the Jekt spheres. Get 5 treasure chests during the Chocobo race at Remium Temple and win. Complete a sphere grid for 1 character. Defeat Nemesis might be 10-2. Penance. Buy every sphere at the Luca Theater. Complete the sphere grid for all main characters. Use mix 30 times. So it looks like 10-2. So, you know, all simple stuff.
Rides the shoe puff?
Rides the shoe puff?
All aboard?
Oh shit, I pressed the wrong thing. I just am so excited to ride this shoe puff. Lady Summoner, are you sure you want to ride the shoe puff again?
Right. All.
Ba da dum bum 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 bum. Hey there, if you don't buy anything from me, you'll regret it. I think I'll be okay. Dangerous when shoe puff's close. Wants to be schmooshed. Y'all better roam in this area, targeting summoners. Need anything? Got weapons and armor? Not really. No. Shoe puff. You ride the shoe puff. It seems the Maester Seymour May will be marrying Lord Broska's daughter. That's the shoe puff? The Maester's engagement is such a blessing. It lightens even my spirits. I don't remember this part well at all. Well, Danny, I am walking all the way back to Besaid in order to get the Jekt spheres. Well, hello there. Are you in luck today? If you buy something now, I'll give you a big discount. What do you say? Why are they getting married? If really you don't remember this whole part? Where they like have the whole marriage ceremony happens and like Titus rides in like Sonic on the fucking rail. It's like one of my favorite scenes. It crashes the wedding and it's like, Yuna, no, you can't marry him. You remember that? You don't remember why they're getting married? Okay, well, okay, obviously, again, major spoilers. So Seymour, if you can't believe this, right? Bad guy, right? I mean, you know that. He wants to marry Yuna so that Yuna will go with him to go defeat Sin, but then use him as like the whole final sending target so that he can become Sin. Like that's just like end goal. Merchants are ecstatic about the Meister's marriage plans. They're boosting profits by taking advantage of the people's festive mood. Hello, Jacksphere. Crazy, I forgot that point. To be perfectly honest, I learned it when I rewatched the game a few years ago. When I first played it, I was like, why is this guy on my ass? Like, get off. Get off my ass. Why she said yes? I think Sundown's point on like, hold on.
Shooting me for? So you don't do anything stupid again. I can't believe you attacked that shoe puff. Lord Braska had to pay the handler for damages from his own travel money.
I said I was sorry. It's never gonna happen again. I promise.
Ah, a promise. Which you'll forget come tomorrow.
Orin, please, he did apologize. He knows he was wrong.
That's it. Only thing I drink from now on is shoe puff milk.
You're sure?
We're on a journey to fight Sin and save Spira, right? If I keep screwing up and making a fool of myself, my wife and kid are never gonna forgive me.
That's on the record.
I can't believe he tried to kill the Shulpuff. It's June. Hope you're well. The Guada can't stop talking about the marriage. Well, I guess it's not every day they hear good news. So he was getting married. That's great news. I wish the Crusaders defeated Sin. Then it'd be perfect. Welcome. Kill the Shulpuff? Oh, ride the Shulpuff. Bum bum. I think that's. I think it's like a comment. I think that's what it is. It's just like a. Hey, wait a second. These guys can get away. Yeah. Ishore people. The fucking Beeble sends me. Call Yuna in here.
Here we go.
Yeah, in some capacity, it's just that she's like, Seymour can protect me while I go do the sending, and then no one has to like potentially die when we get there. She got too attached. How could you do this? The next one's at the Operation Mihen elevator. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Damn, wouldn't it be crazy if my finger slipped and we had no enemies along this route? Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that just be... It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. How's it going tonight? It's going pretty good. Got to the whole Jex Sphere part through the Thunder Plains. Going back for the rest of the Jex Spheres. Would that be crazy, Sunday? I wouldn't believe it if that happened. Yeah, but so far so good. Everyone's going through their sphere grids pretty well. I mean, obviously, the sphere grid grind doesn't really go nuts, go wild, go crazy until what? Until you do monster capture. Well, yeah, if you do it post Unalesky, you gotta fight the fucking Dark Aeons. I'm gonna fight the Dark Aeons. I would just like an achievement to pop. You know, I need the dopamine hit of seeing the achievement pop to really remind me what I'm doing here. I'll bet might come and try to disrupt Lord Seymour's wedding. I assure you, those ruffians will never set foot in Guado Salam. Yeah, the Guado must have really taken care of all the enemies along this route. I mean, they can keep Yuna safe. Reasonable. Reasonable. All right, we're back to a regular road. I'll stay on to guard the high road, even without my fellow crusaders. There's some suspicious Al-Bhed prowling along the high road, but then again, I never met an Al-Bhed that wasn't suspicious. I got fire on the mind. Are these gonna give me like 1 AP?
Farewell. That's how it's done.
What in Spear are you doing here? Maester Seymour is expecting you in Macalania. It's an AP bonanza. It's an AP bonanza. Look, I've beaten this game before. It's part of the game mechanics. This is a 100% run of Final Fantasy X. I don't need to fight level 2 monsters the whole way back to Besaid. This is my justification for myself. Stupid Al-Bhed leaving their junk behind. We can't get our cart through because this thing's in the way. Now we have to carry everything. In theory, do I need a chocobo to go through here? Can I get a chocobo? How do I get past this part?
I wrote in my notes that I can get past this. Oh, hold on. You just walk on the crates? Am I crazy? Welcome to the Taylor 100% experience. This isn't something you usually see. You usually see the blind playthrough first time around experience. Oh my god. What? How? What? All right. All right. Soft times 4. South of the Safe Sphere by the elevator where Operation Mi'ihen took place. Is that this way? Or is this just... This is this way. What is the statue of Mi'ihen doing here? Curious. Hello? Hello? Can you believe that that hadn't happened yet? I was actually shocked that it was still slated. I read that today. I was like, what? Like they had like a whole like they canceled the fucking publishing like contract already. The dude is, well, what he started going on about like the whole like, oh, there are saboteurs in the company that want to see my game fail. So Hitman and Mind's Eye was published by IO Interactive. So like they were the publishers because IO is like trying to do, you know, a little bit of branching out into like some publishing deals, right? I mean, it makes sense. It's a logical next step for them, sure. But Mind's Eye was one of the like the games that they were going to publish, and gotta look, it's not working anymore. Stop relying on Machina. Use your feet a little. The very good one by Pandemic Software. True. What's crazy is if you check out the fucking Mind's Eye reviews, I think they've gone up.
For everything, Keenock.
I know I don't need to tell you this, but guard Lord Braska well.
That I will. And you'll be busy too. I heard they made you second in command.
You know that promotion was meant for you. You were always the better one, even until the end.
You make it sound as if I was going off to die or something. I will see you again.
Yes.
Well then.
Going already? You will tell me about Zanarkand when you return, won't you?
Farewell.
I am excited to get Mind's Eye very legally when Soy remembers I promised to play that. I will not spend more than $10, and I don't think it'll ever be that cheap before it gets completely delisted. From what I've seen, it's the biggest problem with the game is it's gonna suffer from the #2 video game cardinal sin. If #1's not living up to your potential, #2 is being boring. Like, I don't think it's gonna be funny bad. I think it's just gonna be like really boring. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can't convince her to do a different game instead, because like, look, a bad game can be funny to play, right? Like a truly, like, I mean, this is a terrible example, as it's one of the greatest games ever made, but like Ultimacht is like a great game to play because it's an amazing game and a masterclass in storytelling. Mind's Eye would just be like, I would legitimately rather play Ultimacht than Mind's Eye. The warrior monks and the Guado have joined forces to guard the high road. Normally, it is the Crusaders' duty. Meister Keenock and Seymour consider the people's safety above all. I'm just a measly century now that the Crusaders failed. Why do I have to suffer for what those faithless morons did? Hey, Ty, a bad game. See, like, a bad game, you can, like, you know, there's something to a bad game sometimes. Like, you can think about why it was bad. If it's something boring, it's just like... We're securing the high road under Maester Keenock's orders. You want to ride a chocobo? 1,000 gil. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I need to clear this. Apologies. You can be so amateur, it's charming. I know Ultimacht is technically bad in terms of mechanics and roll quality, but it is. It's like, it's... And there's like something to going, why can't I defeat this enemy? And then hearing, oh, that's because Time Shock heals the enemy to their full HP every single round. And it's like, oh...
Giant fiend that attacks chocobos.
What's it waiting for?
A chocobo, probably.
Come out and fight!
I told you this was a waste of time.
Hey, come on. It's the right thing to do. Everyone's depending on us. Besides, it's good practice.
I guess you're right. Well then...
Ha! There it is. Arin, let's get him.
Right.
I just saying complaint that the game feels like it's wasting your time. Yeah, I will put up with a lot of stuff, right? Like, there's like a lot of things that people will be like, oh, you're like, that's just like a waste of time. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I enjoy this little like weird esoteric whatever. Every once in a while it's like, are we for fucking real? The road's finally open, so I'm planning on heading north. Actually, I'm kind of scared about going. A lot of people died there. All games waste your time, but good games enjoyably waste it. Yeah, but if you're enjoying yourself, are you really wasting time? I think that's my linchpin argument. Yeah, okay. If you put in quotes, I'll agree to it. I'll compromise that to that. I am simple man. Luca Stadium Basement A. I didn't talk to any of those people. Sorry, I was reading that and like putting words together. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. That makes sense. Every moment we aren't an ultra compressed singularity. Fuck! I'm not an ultra compressed singularity right now! Me when I'm in ultra compressed singularity. Uh-oh, he got hit with the IQ lowering beam. He's gone negative. He's gone negative. A bunch of wounded crusaders passed by moments ago. They were all hanging their heads crestfallen. It was too painful to watch. I thought about joining the Crusaders, but maybe I should join the Warrior Monks instead. Just the other day, the Crusaders marched through here. It sure is quiet now. A quiet, beautiful day, eh? Fiends stalk the area, but people just stroll through anyway. It doesn't make our job any easier. The Warrior Monks are real stiffs, really unapproachable. I'm grateful to them for guarding the high road. The Warrior Monk got mad at me. He said I can't play anymore because there are fiends here. I heard so much noise during the operation. Was that the sound of Machina? Please assured, on Guado's honor, we will guard the high road. Why is there so many Guado about? This is a statue of Lord Mian, who founded the Crusaders several hundred years ago. Lord Mian passed this very road on his way to St. Pavel. Since then, this road has been known as the Mian High Road. Pavel. Time is it? I'll go grab this item and then we're gonna have to wrap up, unfortunately. We should never forget the folly of Operation Mihan. Such a tragedy must never happen again. The ferry's back in service. Oh, good. Dog. Bavel? Bavel. Okay. Theron is a crusader and he hasn't returned yet. Oh. Oh, don't do that to me. I hope the surviving crusaders rest well and recover quickly. Your Lady Eunice, the Mary. We will keep a watch at the wedding to ensure nothing disrupts that happy day. Oh, yeah, surely nothing will disrupt that happy day. Because I find grinding relaxing but can't tolerate required grinding. And it all comes down to whether I want to do it or whether the game is making me. I can grab for 10 straight hours of self-motivated, but grinding there's a specific skill to be the boss is just dull. Fun. I think I'm a new business they'll cater to warrior monks. I wonder what they like. Oh, well, the Blitz fans gone home. Lucas men aren't my type. They have to be more manly. Yeah, you can disrupt their happy day. I enjoy... there's a certain type of grind I can enjoy. I think if you go... Teehee. You should have been doing 6,000 times more killing random trash mobs, or you're too under leveled. I don't really like it, but like you throw this guy in my face and I'm like, yep, level 10,000 baby, and let's do it again. Welcome to the Circus of Value. Uh-oh. Okay, well that's that. Luckily there's an autosave. But I think that's the game's way of telling me to go to bed. I mean, there was one point in Disgaea D2 Platinum where I had to say this isn't worth it. But that's, yeah, I know you don't like Disgaea D2 as well, so I bet that didn't help. But yeah, I could see that. It was like going through the last achievement, but I had to go through like several hundred more item. Yeah, if you weren't enjoying the game, it's like, nah, fuck this, man. I don't blame you in the slightest. I don't blame you in the slightest. All right. I hope everyone has a lovely night. I'm hoping that we continue making good progress on this tomorrow. Wish more consistent though. Love Tartarus and P3, but not well. I will speak on that real quick before I completely shut off. Hey, Demonimos. Good night. Tartarus functions very similarly to the like the main. It's like it's the main thing, right? Mementos is extra, and so it's like with Tartarus, that's like your objective. Like your objective is to scale that tower. With Mementos, it's like, yeah, you're doing the palace stuff, but if you wanted to do more, you could go to Mementos, which is like the idea gives you like through the game until later on. And I think that's why I like Tartarus, but like Mementos, I was like, all right, let's just get through this shit. Yeah. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Okay. I think tonight, some of my most articulated points I've made in a while. Rare moment of clarity for Taylor. Happy to help. All right, gonna wrap up now. Thank you, everyone. GG's. Hope you had fun. If you're new here and you haven't already, hey, consider following. Cool thing you can do. A couple links, Discord right there. YouTube for both VODs and edited content, and find them in the band. Check us out. If you're not new here, thanks for coming back. Always enjoy seeing you and the conversations we have. For a raid, is Aether playing just the original Zelda, like Zelda 1? And are there other things going on in that? There's other people there. I don't trust this. Folders live. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, that's smart. All right, thank you. Thank you for these. Have a lovely rest of your night, day, afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it may be. Please remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Peace out. Bye for now.